Hi, you guys. This is a day in my life with Taisha as we journey down this topic of today. So, we're going to talk about how did you find healing and how did you know that you're healed and what coping skills did you use to get there. So, I got a few people that's going to be recording themselves, giving a brief discussion of how they got healed and what coping skills to bring awareness of are you healed? Are you suppressing things or you just avoiding it? So stay tuned, sit tight, and let's journey and see the inside of my life today. Is how do you know you're healed? And what coping skills are you using to sustain the healing process or sustain the healing? So for me, healing it's an ongoing process. So it's like I feel like it's like a band-aid. It gets healed, it gets the scab, stuff happens, band-aid gets ripped off, and you gotta go right back to square one or where you left off at. But the good thing about healing is you are processing certain things, you're aware of certain things, and you know the boundaries and you know the triggers. So with that's why you have to gain coping skills. I used to use working out as a coping skill. Now I use journaling, building my relationship with God, reading the Bible, being around positive people that's pouring into you, that your cup is not overflowing. It's going both ways. So you pouring into their cup and they're pouring into your cup. You never want to be in a setting where you're just pouring and pouring and pouring and you're not receiving. So that can be draining too. And that can stop you from healing. And that can hinder you from healing too, because it's like it's just like you're carrying everything on you, everything. So you got to have that outlet where you can release some of it. And that person that you trust, they can carry it with you, because healing is not a matter of time. It's not a stage that you're supposed to go through. It's like when you're aware of certain things and you're finding them ways of dealing with the healing, it's like it's ongoing, so let's travel down it together.
I know that I'm healed now because I react differently to certain situations. And the coping skill I use is basically now getting close to God and reading my Bible.
So my everyday healing journey is all about setting boundaries, providing self-care for myself, and making sure that I feel heard and understood. And one easy way that I am able to kind of achieve those three things is by decluttering my space. So I will just clean an area of my house. Like I'll just throw away unnecessary things, put things where they belong. And then once I can see that my space is fully decluttered, everything is organized, I'm just able to breathe easier. And it makes me feel like I can connect with myself. My thoughts are more clear. I'm less agitated. So once my area is just a place of zen for me, then I do feel like I can just be myself and I don't have to feel so overwhelmed or overstimulated. That's a really quick tool. Like if you're feeling just like you can't take the stress of everyday life, like just wipe down a counter or, pick up the toys off the floor or, organize your workspace, whatever it is. And it makes me feel like 1,000 times better in the moment and in the long run, because your environment definitely is a reflection of how you're feeling on the inside. And it can be a cycle. So if you're feeling crappy on the inside, your space is going to reflect that. And then when you see your space cluttered, you're going to feel crappy again. So when you break that cycle and you just kind of declutter everything, it really helps to ease your mind, and your mind has space to relax. So that's something that I use. That's a tool I use to kind of cope with everyday stressors, and that's helping me on my road to healing. Yeah.
but you still gonna have those same feelings of depression. Or people saying, I'm not angry anymore. Hell yeah, you still angry. You learn how to cope a little bit better, but you still got the same anger inside you. It's just that a lot of people don't know these things. And especially going in the inner city community, we're not taught these things. That's why most of the time we repeat the same thing over and over again. The generations repeat the same thing over and over again. I was literally talking to one of my friends the other day, and I was explaining, like, that's sad that most kids nowadays, they talk about having babies, but they don't talk about marriage.
All right.
I don't feel I'm healed yet. I'm still waiting to be healed. And my coping skills, I just take it day by day and just think positive.
All right here I have LaQuanda come in talking about her experiencing with healing and coping skills. So you want to tell the people how you are trying to find healing and what ways are you using your coping skills?
So I'm trying to find healing in accepting people, new people in my life, and forgiving people. Lately I have been reading the Bible. I have been understanding what is friendship, what is hardship, what is love, what is respect. It's hard for me to cope because I've never been the type of person to forgive, but I'm learning to forgive. I would love more notes and ways to forgive, and she's going to help me. So I can say that on my next talk, I will have an open book on how much I have learned how to cope and forgive.
Yep, there you go. Stay tuned. We're going to be dropping some episodes.